space declined further this week. We lost about another 11.37%. Where is the bottom? Welcome to another Virgin Galactic Fridays, your favorite episode here on this channel. I know that I want that, and I want you to smash that like and subscribe button. Yeah, it's already Friday, as you can see. Guys, there's 3 topics today that we will discuss. First, maybe the best trade ever for space. We will discuss what I'm looking at currently and what might be a very, very potential move in terms of Virgin Galactic. Then second, we will talk about the space performance over the last 7 days, and then we will dive into the stock chart to see any trends, anything you need to know. So let's dive in. Well, one more thing before we diving in. Let's talk about that. So let's talk about Apollo Fintech. As you know, long-term partners here on this channel, and there are some great news, guys. As you know, I love the company because they are having this innovative team, fantastic, hardworking, from South Africa to the world, really. And with projects like GSX or the very original Apollo coin that was launched many time ago. So I want to focus now on the future, okay? First of all, you might know the Finovex, okay? The Finovex is one of the biggest, let's say, crypto summit, and you know, all of this new technology and innovation stuff is actually launched there. And guess what? Apollo is obviously gold sponsor of that, okay? And on Finovex, where also the CEO spoke, Steven, you could see a brand new product that they have, okay? Let me bring you the power of blockchain, and let's combine it with banks. So as you know, banks are transferring money all the time, okay? Between borders, between currencies, and it takes a little bit of time, and this is what Apollo want to change. They came out with a brand new product called Noxwire, which is basically instant and with minimal fees. And there's a comparison that I want to show you guys, which is the Swift versus Noxwire. And here you can see that hardware and dedicated IT personnel required, and there's no hardware or IT personnel required at Noxwire. There is a 6 to 12 months application process, and this is shortened to 1 and 2 weeks for application and training process at Noxwire. 6,000 to 12,000 per month and 30,000 upfront, no cost to qualify institutions. You know, there's a lot of advantages if they start to use Noxwire. And the question is also what it makes for GSX. And as you can see in this graphic, GSX is in the center point. You know, the tool to really be exchanging dollars for euros, go from A to B basically instantly. And this is the beauty about combining blockchain technology and the real world, guys. There's also a lot of other advantages, like your bank can make up to 1% per transaction, 24/7 developer support, there's 1 week integration time. You know, it's the next generation thing. So if you want to be in that, check out the link into the description, because what are you waiting for? So space declined further this week, okay? In the last 7 days since our last Virgin Galactic Fridays, we lost about another 11.37%. Basically with no news. There was no big investor that sold as of now, as of this recording. There were no SEC fillings that somebody sold. There was no really big competition news or anything else. There was big news, as you know from the other video, that SpaceX canceled their Crew Dragon mission because there was no demand for this crazy, stupid, very expensive $55 million flight. People want to go to space cheaply. Okay, and there's where the product really get traction, guys. Okay, Virgin Galactic will have a 100 times cheaper product than SpaceX, just to think about. Okay, nevertheless, we are now currently at the market cap of $4.67 billion, and the question is, where is the bottom? When is enough? All right, we having now a couple of catalysts, like the earnings on the 8th. We have the potential sales numbers that come out, or the interest into the sales of the tickets. We have the overall stock market rally till the end of the year. So I'm pretty kind of excited what's going on. And that's why I decided to talk about the trade that I presented to you. But let's dive also into the stock chart if we see anything that is now important. So Virgin Galactic now at 18.35 as of this recording, a little bit up in the pre-market from the day before, downer of 7%. Now this was expected, it was too oversold in my personal opinion. We will talk about the oversold situation in the stock chart of this video, so make sure to stay till the end to see what is really important technical wise. Now if I went to the overall situation, I thought, okay, how is the best play? Obviously, a stack of stocks is the number one thing. Okay, this should be your biggest position. But I always say, 10% of your portfolio could be in options, just to leverage if you have the right idea. And when I want to leverage my favorite company. So I was thinking, okay, going into the option play here, what's going on? Okay, within 12 months, the maintenance period will be ready and they will fly customers. This can be plus minus 1 quarter, obviously, like in space industry, like we saw. And I think that to be safe, we could play some options that are not 1 year away. So not for, end of 2022, but somewhere around beginning of January 2023 or even beginning of 2024, right? So about two years and a couple of months. And here I'm pretty much interested into the strike price of 30. Why 30? Because I think that 30 is a number that will be easily reached. And if you are opening them, you will see that they are just kind of, let's say, cheap in this way, okay? Because in the end of the day, you need to always calculate, okay, so the premium here is now $5.39, which is basically the stock need to go to $35 at least to make a profit. And I think that if all of this happens, okay, the maintenance program will end, maybe some news in between, maybe the flights, like Italian flight, and so I can really imagine the stock in 2023 in the beginning with the end year rally to really become $100 stock, okay, or even bigger. So maybe it's a nice way to put a lot of money into this call. And now let me show you where the call could potentially go, because if we are looking into the 1 month chart, you see that currently we are sitting on one of the lowest parts, right? Around $5.39. Just a month earlier, the same call option was around 10, so 100%, okay? So if the stock price just go around the same where it was end of September, then you pretty much have a 100% increase. And as faster it goes higher, as more an increase, obviously. So it could be an interesting play here, and I'm really thinking if I should do this. I will let know the final decision, obviously, in the Discord. If you want to join, check out there below. With Space Certified, you will get 35% off and lifetime access to a great community around space. And yeah, let me know what you think about this option play. Should I not? What are you doing? Are you doing something with options? Options are really, really difficult, guys. Most of the people are losing money while trading an option. That's why you should take it very, very carefully and very, very seriously. Okay, so thank you very much for that, and let's dive into the space stock as well. Alright, so let's talk about the overall situation with Virgin Galactic. Let's first zoom out. As you know, there is some upcoming resistance. And as you can see, we almost predicted here again that the stock could go lower and jump maybe from even 15.4 and then jump higher from there, or go straight from here. This didn't happen, so yeah, the stock further declining now in this channel here, which means the stock can go anywhere between $20 and $15 really. I know it's a big space, about 25%, but still, guys, there is no way to predict how the stock can go from here, okay? It's just like, okay, what can happen, what stock moves could be amplified, and so on and so forth, you know? So from an RSI level, as you can see here, we are going now into a very oversold situation, about 28. The last time we were at this kind of levels is somewhere here where we were at 25, 23, and then we shoot it up, okay? The other moment was maybe pretty much here in 2019, where we also reached like levels of 23, 29, we went up. So it seems like from this level, it's really an oversold situation, which means that we could really go higher from here. And in the end of the day, guys, there is still, you know, the overall channel. So if you look into the overall channel since the multi-years, obviously you are having something like this, okay? So you see up and down, there's always like extreme situations that eventually work out in the end. This was what happened the last 2 years, and I don't see why, with good news about the company, it shouldn't happen again. So maybe one of the best prices that you could get before we going to the moon.